Okay, this is test number 10, section 3. So in example 1, you're just solving a linear equation. So you would try to get all of your like terms on one side of the equation. So I would move these two z's to the other side. So you have 1 equals negative z. So when you divide both sides by negative 1, you end up with negative 1 equal to z. So 1, the answer is B. Number 2, the television costs a total of $300. The initial payment is $60 and the weekly payments are $30. Which of the following equations can be used to find the number of weekly payments required to complete the purchase? So it would be setting the cost equal to your initial payment is $60 and then you're paying $30 every week. So you'd have to figure out how many weeks it would take. So I would use C for number 2. Number 3, shipping charges. It says there's a linear relationship between the shipping charge and the weight of the merchandise. So which function can be used to determine the total shipping charge for something weighing X pounds? So without a calculator, you need to figure out the difference between your y values, like the slope of the line, and then divide by your change in your x values. So I'm not sure if there's an easier one to do here without a calculator, but if we just took the first two, we would take 2189 and subtract 1694 and divide by 5 because 10 minus 5 is 5. It actually might be easier to divide by 10. Maybe I would take those two values. 3179 minus 2189, and then I could just divide by 10 once I subtract them to find my slope. So 3179 minus 2189 is 19 minus, oh, I could have done this part. This was 0. Oh, don't do that. It should just be 17. 17 minus 8 is 9. 10 minus 1 is 9. $9.90. Does that look right? And then I still have to divide that by 10. So it looks like it's 99 cents for every, I forget what this is in pounds, but we need to see if there's also like a flat charge. So when I go back to this point here, 10 pounds cost me that much. We know that the 10 pounds would cost $9.90 of that amount. So we're going to take 2189 and subtract our $9.90 to see what our y-intercept is. So 9, this would be $11.99. So it looks like it is our slope of 99 cents and then our y-intercept of $11.99 for our shipping charge for 3. So 3 is B. Number 4, you've got the height in feet and the base for a cylindrical column. How much greater is the height of a column that has a base diameter of 5 feet than the height of a column that has a base of 2 feet? So this is your base diameter, and then this is your height in feet and the base diameter. So this is the height. They're telling you that the base diameter is 5. So 5 goes with 35. Then they're telling you the base diameter is 2, and 2 goes with 14. So how much greater is the height? What's the difference between 35 and 14? Looks like 21 feet. So 4 is C. Number 5, which of the following is equivalent? So because these are being multiplied, you're allowed to take the square root of both terms, so it would just be 3x. So 5 is A. Number 6, what are all the values of x that satisfy this equation? So what I would do is treat this first like just plugging them in, because you could do a proportion or you could try factoring, but wouldn't it be easier to just plug it in and see if it works? You've got 4 choices. So if you plug in 0, I'm just picking that one first, 0 is not going to work because you get -1 divided by -1, which is not -2. So we're going to decide if both of these work. Oh, this is -1. So if I plug in -3, I would get 9 minus 1 on top and -3 minus 1 on the bottom. So I'd get 8 divided by -4 is -2. So -3 does work. So we need to check if -3 and -1 both work. So if I plug in -1, I'm going to get 1 minus 1 on top, and I'm going to get -1 minus 1 on the bottom, which is just 0. So the answer must be A, -3. Number 7. Here's my graph. They want to know what is f of 0. So you're just finding 0 and looking for what the y value is, which looks like 4. So 7 is D4. Number 8. They want to know the value of 3x. So we have to find the value of 1x. This is a complementary angle, right? This has to be 90 if this is 90, because that's a line. So we've got 5 x's equaling 90 degrees. So x by itself would have to equal what? So I'm not sure how you're going to quickly divide that out besides long division without a calculator, but x is 18, and I want the value of 3 of the x's. So 3 times 18 is 54, so the answer to 8 is C, 54. And the last one on this page, number 9, what is an equation for this line? So let's check the slope. It looks like we go down 4 and over 4, so it has a slope of -1. And we're going through a y-intercept of -4. So none of these are in slope-intercept form, but if I move the x to the other side, it would be y plus x equaling -4. So that looks like choice C for number 9.